So who's really taking our jobs? You'd be surprised who it really is. You see, politicians love to shift blame away from themselves, blame other politicians, blame citizens, blame people from other lands. It's a distraction. It's a magical trick. It's a sleight of hand to keep us away from what the actual source of that job loss is. And I'm here to tell you, it involves money. The politicians love to say that the illegal aliens are taking our jobs, like maybe from another planet or from Mexico or from where. And what jobs are those that they're taking? Are those illegal aliens taking the jobs of the chiefs of police? Are they taking the job of the president of the United States, somehow slipping in there? Are they taking the jobs of surgeons? Really, what type of jobs are actually being taken? Well, it's a magical sleight of hand. It's scapegoating. And the purpose is to distract you and to distract all of us from what the real issues are and about who is really taking our jobs. For example, is that, who really is taking our jobs? Let's start out with for-profit corporations. Let's start out with robots and AI. You put all those things together, recognize that although politicians on the payroll will call corporations job creators, they're really job eliminators. And here's why I think that is the case, is that robots will be replacing an awful lot of us. AI will be replacing an awful lot of us. And it's a dramatic revolution of the impact of these two things. And corporations are benefiting from that. Because what happens is that, you ever call customer service? Do you get a bot? Do you get somebody from the United States? Who do you get, if anyone at all? Do you get a recording? We'll call you back. Do they give you an email address only and you never hear back from them? Oh yeah, that's really good customer service. And so, but just think of the, it's like when when corporations say that these matters really increase our costs. Well, what they're really saying is these matters really decrease our profits, because with a for-profit corporation, that's all it's about. It's all about profits. And so what happens is that these politicians who are on the corporate payroll will get tax breaks for corporations, tax breaks for wealthy individuals, and the rest of us get screwed because that money has to be made up somehow. If you give away money and tax breaks to the wealthy, the ones that are controlling the politicians, then we have to pay for it in increased taxes or decreased programs. Like, who really needs Medicare, right? Let's just eliminate or downsize that program, or Medicaid, all of these things. And the thing is that these tax breaks that are given to corporations, thanks to your congressman, they end up reinvesting in, AI and robots. So when you've got this idea, when they get you all whipped into a frenzy about the illegal aliens are taking all of our jobs, number one, what jobs are those? Number two, ask them about, aren't corporations downsizing? Aren't they going to robotics and using AI and replacing humans who are out of a job? And ask the politician that. And I can pretty much guarantee that politician is going to pivot. They're not going to answer the question. Politicians are trained not to answer the question. They're trained to pivot. I had communication training when I was a Payne Fellow. And one of the things that these communication firms train you to do is to answer a question that you were never asked. That's just bullshit. I'm accustomed to, if you ask me a question, I answer it. And I give you a truthful answer. Well, none of that applies to politicians. And so if you do ask that politician, and I encourage you to do so, is that ask them those questions. For example, who is actually taking our jobs? And is there an independent data source other than something that you pulled out of your ass to provide us with? And number three is that what is the opposite? What does the opposition say? I mean, never take anybody's word for it. I mean, you've got to be open to several points of view because the truth is somewhere in the middle. And if you only listen on the left or the right, you're going to probably get bullshit. And now when you call your congressman, and I'll put a link in the description, ask them those questions and tell them that you want to take a stand against corruption, and you want them to take a stand against corruption. What they realize, these idiots in Washington don't realize, is that by giving up their power, not asserting their power as a co-equal branch, they are they're killing democracy in the process for short-term gains at a long-term expense. So when you contact your congressman, you're a United States senator, there's 2 in each state, and your particular member of Congress or representative, I'll put a link in the description of how you can call them, the phone will probably not be answered by the senator or the congressman because they're too busy taking money from corporations, the job creators. And but so you'll probably be talking to an intern, but who may be a volunteer, and which means no money. And but realize is that volunteer, that intern, will probably actually listen to you, will write down your response, and enough responses can change these idiots' minds. Not the idiot, the intern's not the idiot, the politician is. And realize that these politicians, they have the best health care. And so you should ask them for that too. I want the same health care the United States Congress has. That's pretty clear. And they get free health care, so why shouldn't we? And also ask them about why they make 90% more than anyone else in the United States. Their salary is 90% more than anyone else in the United States. Who establishes their salary? Oh, they do. Oh, that pretty much explains it. So you can do something. You can say something and reach out to Congress and let them know. So who's really taking our jobs? It's not illegal aliens. It could be Martians, but it's not illegal aliens. It's corporations, it's AI, and it's robotics.